Hi friends, welcome to the accountancy class. Today in this third module, we are going to learn about how to prepare a double column cash book. Double column cash book has two columns of amounts, cash and bank. The cash book is prepared in the same way as simple and single column cash book is prepared. Now we are going to study the format of double column cash book. On the debit side, first we have to enter or draw one column for entering the date of transactions, then second column for recording particulars, third column for recording ledger folio, that is page number of ledger book, then two amounts column, one column for cash, recording cash transaction, and other column for recording bank transactions. Then on the credit side, first column for recording date, then second column particulars, then third column LF, that is ledger folio column, then two columns amount columns, one column for recording business transaction, that is cash column, then another column for recording bank transactions, for recording transactions which are recorded in the passbook. Next we are going to study the important rules for recording transactions in double column cash book. In double column cash book debit side, we have to enter all the receipts. The various receipts of business are rent received, commission received, money deposited, then cash sales, commission received, discount received, or any cash received from debtors. Then in credit side, we want to record all the payments: rent paid, commission paid, salary paid, any expenses, then purchases, purchase of goods, then any amount paid to creditors, etc. These are the important transactions to be entered on the credit side of the double column cash book. Then if there is any contra transactions, contra entry, that entry should be recorded on the both side of debit side and a credit side of the double column cash book. The examples of contra entry or contra transactions are money invested in business by taking money from bank, then money withdrawal of money from bank and deposit that money in the business, then any amount withdrawn from bank for business purpose, money deposited in bank by taking money from business. These are the examples of contra entry. That transaction should be recorded on the both side of the double column cash book. Now we are going to solve one problem. Enter the following transactions in double column cash book. First transaction is business started with rupees 2000. On 1st January 2012 started business with cash 2000. This is an example for receipts. Inflow of cash. So enter the transaction on the debit side as under date column, enter the date, that is 1st January 2012. Then under particulars column to capital account. Then under cash column, amount column, under cash column 2000. The next transaction is on 2nd January 2012, wages paid in cash 100. Wages paid is an example for outflow of cash or payment. So enter that transaction on the credit side by wages account under cash column 2000. The next transaction on 5th January 2012, received rupees 1000 check from Sola. When a company received cash or any check from third party, we have to enter the transaction on the debit side. On date column, enter the date. The date is 5th January 2012. Then entry, then particulars column to Sola Limited. Under bank column, amount of rupees 1000. Next transaction on 20th January 2012, cash sales paid directly into bank. Cash sales paid directly into bank. That means under bank column, debit side bank column, there is a inflow of cash. So enter the transaction under bank column on the debit side with rupees 200. 20th January 2012, cash sales paid directly into bank. So while entering transaction in double column cash book, first enter the date on the date column, that is 20th January 2012. Then under particulars column to sales account. Then under bank column, enter that amount of rupees 200. The next transaction is on 31st January 2012. Paid electricity by check 500. Company can make the payment by cash or by check. Here, next transaction is on 31st January 2012. Company paid electricity by check of rupees 500. Electricity charges paid by check. Company can make the payment by cash or by check. Here that payment is made by check. So the entry will be electricity charges account debted to bank account. This is an example for outflow of cash. This is an example for payment. So we have to enter the transaction on the payment side, on credit side, as under date column on 30th January 2012. Then under particulars column by electricity. Then under bank column 500. After entering all the transactions in double column cash book, on debit side, under cash column, there is a balance of total of 2000 rupees. Then bank column, there is a total of 1200. Then on credit side, there is a balance of 100 rupees on the credit side. Then 500 rupees on the under bank account. So next step is find out the closing balance. On debit side, there is a total of 2000 in cash column. Then on credit side, only 100 rupees under cash column. So there is a shortage of 1900. So record the transaction on the credit side 1900. Transfer the amount of 1900 to balance sheet as by balance C body or carry down. Then next we are going to find out the closing balance in bank account. On the debit side, there is a total of 1000 plus 200, that is 1200 under bank column. Then on credit side, only 500 rupees. That means there is a shortage of 700 rupees in bank column. So transfer that 700 rupees to balance sheet as by balance C body. This is the procedure for solving a problem in double column cash book. Thank you.